As part of the OGC Federated Marine Spatial Data Infrastructure Project 2023, Thread 3 for the Caribbean, OceanWise have been investigating the suitability of electronic navigation charts as a source of marine information for the Caribbean countries of Anguilla and Cayman Islands. The United Kingdom Hydrographic Office, a sponsor for this thread, is interested in understanding how usable the data in a nautical chart can be for a nation interested in building up their geospatial information management capabilities. Within the marine space, there are many different users ranging from energy, shipping, resource extraction and leisure. Not only this, but as water is mobile, the effects of activities in one area can impact another, including crossing country boundaries. Without a good understanding of what activities are happening and their impacts in these areas, sometimes these uses come into conflict. Sources of data for marine applications can be quite different from land-based data, as it can be much more complex and expensive to collect. So when an organisation collects it, they are less likely to make it available. This can also mean it is hidden away in archives, so others don't know it exists. Often, the only source of marine geospatial data for an area is a nautical chart, particularly in more developing nations. Nautical charts have been designed to make it easy and clear to navigate, not show every feature and activity that happens in the marine space. However, when it is the only source of data available, it may be used to make decisions on activities and where they happen. But if they're not providing a comprehensive picture of what is happening, incorrect decisions may be made. Where countries are collecting more comprehensive data, these can be used to either replace or supplement features from the nautical chart. The ENC data was processed through OceanWise's toolset that builds their Marine Themes Vector product. Marine Themes Vector is a dataset that has been engineered into logical Inspire-based layers. It is built from electronic navigational chart data, supplemented with source datasets where they are available. Chart boundaries are removed and attributes simplified for easy querying in GIS, and more suitable as a base dataset for marine spatial planning. Making these datasets available via OGC-compliant web services enables the data to be managed and updated while still available for use by any client with a license to use the data. Web feature services are particularly useful if the data is delivered in a vector format, which can be used for analysis rather than as a static image. Although there are standards for nautical chart data, S57, S100, which are well structured, they can be complex for any kind of analysis, but are a good starting point for a marine spatial data infrastructure. The project compared the availability of features between similar-sized areas in the UK and the Caribbean islands of Cayman and Anguilla. In general, it was found that there were fewer feature types and numbers of features in the Caribbean datasets. However, it was difficult to establish whether this was down to features not actually existing or just not being charted. Functional or administrative area feature counts show the difference between the UK and Caribbean areas. Where we were able to access source datasets published by the islands, there are definitely features which exist but are not displayed on the chart. This could be to simplify the view for the navigator, which is the main aim of a chart, or because the chart publisher did not have access to the source data. Often, ENC data is the only source of marine data available for an area, so it is important to understand the limitations of what is included on a navigational chart and what may not be shown. Using this as a base can also help identify what feature types may be missing and therefore need collecting separately. Chart boundaries can affect the usability of nautical data for other purposes. Features may not appear on adjacent charts due to varying scales and capture selections. Using these can make analysis more difficult. One of the biggest issues between land and marine data is the handling of the coastline. Different definitions and different coordinate reference systems, as well as the mobile nature of the coastline, all impact how well the datasets line up, and is one of the most difficult aspects to solve when working across the land-sea intersection. The UN Global Geospatial Data Management Initiative plays a leading role in setting the agenda for the development of global geospatial information and to promote its use to address key global challenges. They've been working on developing an integrated geospatial information management framework, IGIF, to maximise geospatial information management within any country. It has very recently been adapted by OGC and its partners to be applied to the marine domain, creating UN IGIF Hydro, and their report has highlighted many of the same issues found during this project. The main challenge in this project was access to data. To enable us to share the data with other participants, UKHO needed to provide a data exploration licence, which did not happen. The web feature service cannot currently be shared without additional licensing. To enable further use of the data for marine spatial planning, licensing conditions need to be implemented appropriately. Navigation data has other uses where there is nothing else available and as a basis for data in a standard form. However, it should always be used in conjunction with source data.